Morning and welcome back to the channel. This is Project Life 2022 and I believe this is week 37. We'll go with 37. So like I always do, I stuck down my pictures, and these pictures, or these cards here, are printables. And as you can see, this was like one of the first things I tried with my new Typecast typewriter. So I'll be retyping this on this paper and mounting it to that. So I will go off camera and do that right now. Alrighty, so I retyped this and decided not to put quite as many selections on here, so it's a little less cluttered. I'm going to pull in, where are my embellishments? There they are. So I was kind of inspired by the color in this photo and decided to grab a couple of different things. I haven't used cork in a little while, so I thought I'd pull some cork. There's some cork there. And there should be another piece of cork floating around here somewhere. I'll probably find it on my desk because I've got a cork background. And grabbed a couple of DIY embellishments that I may or may not use. I haven't decided which ones. And just some labels that I created on my Cricut. And then there's just a couple of other little odds and ends here. I also grabbed some cork enamel dots, I guess these would be. And there's like 2 leftover gold hearts that I'll be using on this. I'm going to go on the hunt for some stamps, and I'll be right back. So I grabbed some stamps, and I also grabbed a few inks. I tried to look for colors that were in the spread already. So I grabbed pine needles, prize ribbon, and chipped sapphire. And I grabbed some stamps. I like the stars on this. I don't know if I'll be able to use them, but we'll see. And then I didn't really know what I wanted to do with this card. It looks very plain to me. So I grabbed some different scripty font words that I may try to blend in with this somehow. And then if that fails, I grab this one. And I also grabbed this one, more for the little icons on it, like the leaves and the little squirrels and stuff. And then I'm thinking this will be what I use to stamp the week. So I will put you on fast forward while I do this. So I'm doing this voiceover some days after I completed the spread. And as always, I'll apologize for any snuffling or strange background noises you hear. The puppies are sleeping on me as usual. So yeah, this was a bit of a darker color layout than what I typically do. And I think because of that, I felt like I didn't really know how to tackle. I didn't know how to tackle it. But in the end, it ended up being pretty good. And yeah, so I'm just stamping out the 37, as I said earlier, with that number stamp set that I had. 3 of these, well actually 4 of these cards, possibly even 5, I would consider to be filler cards. So that 3x4 with the moon and the trees, the filler card there where I typed some of the music I'm listening to, the star, the wood veneer star, and the silhouette of the Queen. I didn't have a lot of pictures to draw from this week, so those were kind of the ones that I settled on. And in the end, it's not too bad. When I do filler cards, I tend to try to do 3x4 filler cards and not 4x6. I don't know why, but that's just usually the way it rolls. And yeah, just putting down some of the little DIY embellishments from my stash. I don't end up using a whole lot of stickers on this one, which is pretty strange for me. Oh, somebody's chewing his toy now. So if you hear crunching, that's what's going on. I have been loving using my Distress Oxide inks in my stamping. They lend a little bit of a shabby feel to the pages, I think just because of the way the ink dries. But I really do like it. So I'll definitely keep doing that. Just gluing down some of my little tiny word stickers. I found a few in my stash that the stick was actually gone, so I'm going to do some stamping here in, I think it ends up being green, and the title of this card is now This is Happiness. So I was trying to find a word that would fit in that little spot between the above the happiness word there in that little blank space. And I do really like it. Scripty font stamps are always a good investment because I don't like the look of my own handwriting. Everybody else's handwriting always looks nicer to me. So if you're looking to invest in a stamp and you're like me and you hate your handwriting, try to find some scripty font ones. Citrus Twist has some great ones that are fantastic for building titles for scrapbook pages. If you're into card making, they're great for that. They're just great all around general purpose stamps. So I did a little bit of journaling off camera, and I think I'm ready to put a few little last touches on this. And I think I'm going to start with my star stamp and maybe some little glittery things. So I will keep going. One of my favorite things to do to finish off a layout is to add some little sprinkly bits here and there. And a really good cost-effective way to do it is to go buy yourself some different shaped handheld punches, like hole punches. Here I've got stars and hearts. And when you've got scrap pieces of glitter cardstock, just go to town and punch little things and just put them in a dish and keep them next to you, as you can see I'm doing here. And it's just a really easy way, really cost-effective way to add these little details to your pages. And it's a good alternative if you don't want to use inks or sprays. If you don't want to be bothered with the mess, this is a really good option for you. I don't know, it always just makes me feel like the page is finished somehow. So that's what you're watching me do here. I'm just putting a little dab of glue and then plunking a little star on top of the glue dot. Okay, I think I'm done, and I will be back when, oh, the date. I always forget the date. I will be back when I've got the date stamped. So I'm using my Paige Evans date stamp, and as usual, I'm realizing that I didn't stamp the right date last week. This has been my challenge and my struggle all year. So today I am using some StazOn ink because the card, I'm just going to stamp directly on it, and it's a bit of a glossy card, so we'll see how we go. Well, that happened. And I'm looking at my calendar right now because, wow, I think it's because I do Project Life 1 to 2 weeks behind, and I'm all discombobulated. Yeah, this print's really nice over here, but, well, we'll go with it. All right, folks, so I am going to wait until my date stamp dries, and then I'll be back when this is in a sheet protector.
Week 37, all done. Funny, I didn't even use any real stickers. I guess a couple of little stickers, but not very many, strangely. Interesting. All right, folks, that's it for me for today. Thanks for coming to hang out with me, and I will see you week 38, where I may go back to my antique, neutral, vintagey type kit. All right, bye for now.